Get ready to ramble.
Good evening, friends, and welcome to Ramblings of a Middle-Aged Card Collector, where we explore the stories, journeys, and creative paths in the hobby we love. Episode 40, The Collector's Canvas, Chasing One-of-One Artwork. There's something special about owning a one-of-one piece that exists nowhere else in the world. Every commission tells a story, every sketch reflects an artist's creativity, and every piece becomes a part of your collecting journey. Joining me tonight is someone who shares the same passion, collector Blake Marino, known on Instagram as Blake_Marino Collects. Blake has built an impressive collection of commissioned artwork and has developed relationships with artists across the hobby and the globe. Tonight, we're talking about collecting with purpose, commissioning art, and what keeps us coming back for the next incredible piece. So join me in welcoming our friend from the community, Blake. Welcome, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Gang, gang, up in the house. Yeah, man, your intros are ridiculous, Matt. Like they're ridiculous, dude. Like a true poet.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that. I put time into this. I do. You know what I mean? I try to make it personalized for every single guest that I have on, and I like it. I enjoy it. You know, it's a little thing that I like putting on the side and working on here and there during the work day, or maybe on the at my lunch or whatever. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Whenever I get a little free minute, I put some effort into what I'm going to do next. So
hell yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to have you on. Everyone who knows Blake's been posting some incredible pieces that he gets, awesome commissions. I am blessed to be one of the, I think one of the first people. Whenever you're like, oh, I'm working on this commission, or I'm gonna get this, or this is an idea I have, and you share it with me on message, and I'm like, yo. So I thought it was only appropriate to have you come on, and I thought a great topic would be talking about original art and commissioning pieces and what it means to you in your own collection. So I'm happy before camera you were mentioning that you definitely have some incredible pieces to share with us. But let's just tell everyone about yourself and how long you've been in collecting.
Yeah, but I've been collecting since I was a little kid. When it comes down to like rocks, baseball cards, marbles, like whatever it was, you know what I mean? I've always been like a collector ever since I was a little kid, man. And then yeah, it was about the 90s, just like everybody else, when Marvel cards were on scene, dude. I had the holograms, I had like all that stuff. I still have some of my Marvel metal, the golds and stuff, still have that stuff in their cases. And yeah, man, I've been collecting ever since. I took a pause for a while. And then I was starting to look at, all the different variants and pieces you could get between Upper Deck and all that, which again, I'm back in it with a new PC. But yeah, man, it just seems to run its course. And I'm always chasing the original art sets mainly, because it's just that it's a fresh take on these characters that these beloved characters that you love, and from these artists that are just new to you when they first jump on scene. So I really appreciate that from the back when it was on Upper Deck sets, and now with the they're putting more OA in the top sets finally. But I really want to see that full all out OA set instead of it just being an insert, to get back to those grassroots of giving those artists their time in the limelight a little bit, and another potential pathway for them to incur a good income source, other than just getting paid for a piece that's going to be utilized 500 times that was in a comic book at one point. So yeah, I've discovered great artists through that, and I've also discovered great artists through the community themselves. An artist in particular, one that I truly I love, was Yuriko Shiru, and I learned that from Justin, man. Spidey Hits. So yes. I saw one of her pieces, and I was like, oh my god, dude! Like, I love horror art. And Suspiria is another one. I finally got in for a Suspiria commission, so she got me in. She's always super busy doing tons of covers, and particularly she specializes in those like old school pinup style like horror art covers. So she's doing a card for me, and I'm eventually going to go to a larger piece. But I have one for her right now, currently getting commissioned. Colton Worley's getting commissioned, and Veronica Cano, who I always go back to because she's one of my top three. Veronica Cano and I are going to do her first A2 that she's ever done. So she's doing a A3, which is It's just under the A2 is just under like a 19 by 27. It's not that big, but
Okay.
it's just a hair under it. But if you look at the, I always go by like that European scale between the A1, A2, A3, A4. Well, everybody's scale outside the United States. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going
It's
for
like
that
the standard.
A2. It is, yeah, man. It's just like anything. Yeah, standard versus metric. We're the only ones that really
Yeah.
use the standard, dude. You know. So yeah, I'm looking at getting her A2 done. I've already pretty much paid for it, but she's doing a piece right now, and of course it's a Gwenum by somebody else. I was like, how dare you? But you know, have at it. Which is pretty cool because my Gwenum piece that she did for me, the original 8x10, inspired this person to commission her for their current piece. And I have some sneak peeks on that. I can't share it yet because she's shooting me the progression pictures for it, and I don't want to spoil it for the soon to be owner. But I also make those videos for Veronica. I like do the progress little post for her, and then I make those. Yeah, I make those for Veronica, and she just auto shares it once I give it to her.
Oh, dope.
So yeah, man,
that's
and
very
then.
cool.
Yeah, so she's definitely like she was the first artist out of the Upper Deck sets that I really saw that I was like, man, that realistic look that she does like blew me away, that realism. And she is my first commission that I did was Veronica O'Connell.
I was gonna ask, so she was your first commission you ever got?
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What piece was that?
I have it. I can grab it. It's no problem. But it was actually Gwen because when I was first going into the collector hobby, I was looking at. I love the Gwen storyline and all that stuff. But then the Gwenum suit came out, and I was like, "Damn, that's awesome!" I just really liked the way that they did the suit with it, like kind of like absorbing her whole body as opposed to just being like a one-off. But it was an original Gwen piece. And then from there, we went for like the whole storyline of I made a 6-card set with her that was a slow progression of her getting absorbed. So that 6 commissions, I was originally going to do like a huge frame where it was going to have the progression of the cards around her and then the big piece in the middle. But hey, brother, that frame is damn near a commission piece already.
That's what I'm
as
saying, yo. You got to sacrifice a commission to get a frame. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, so it's nuts, man.
Building up freaking paper, man.
Yeah. So I have I will push this out too. We have Dion is a guy that's inside of our community. You don't have to send him your art. All you got to do is take the measurements from him and he makes the frame, the matting and everything, and he'll send it to you. And that's who I've used. And I know that that's who oh man, what's his name? The one that does like he has all the Simone Bianchi pieces in the community.
Oh,
blanking on his name. Brandon. Yeah, he's the one. He used him at first, and I heard his name through Brandon first. And I was like, oh, okay. So I looked him up and I hit Dion up, and I've used him ever since.
Dion is his name? Is that his
I have it's Dion Custom Frames. And if you go to my Instagram, I have him on my Instagram posts. So
Dion
everything that you
Frames.
see, everything that you see from my frame pieces on Instagram, I always link him in those, and I have a direct link to his Instagram.
Oh, word. All right. Well, there we go. There's his Instagram on screen too.
Yeah.
Awesome, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that because I purchased the piece. I joined Lewis's whatnot.
Gotcha.
Yo.
Yeah, dude.
I was watching it for a while, just watching it as a guest and just hanging out, enjoying it. And then I dropped out because I just was, just hanging out, doing my rest of my thing. And then Lewis called me and he's like, you need to get back on. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, something's coming up and you need to be on. And I'm like, all right. I jump on. And just as I'm jumping on, Dan was talking about, it was literally showing what he was about to bring up, which was there's like a prelim that he was creating when he made the the idea of laying out this set basically, and then he cut them out and he put them on backing, so it's like a nice thick looking card, but it's preliminary art. But I own the preliminary art from MM22 of Man Thing. So I was like, wait a minute, there's a prelim of the art. And that's why Lewis was like, you gotta jump on this. So I jumped right in and I got it. I gotta definitely sell a scutch or two now, but I got it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. As soon as I saw you wanted, I was like, yo, went to the right home, dude.
yeah, so I got an idea for the reason I'm bringing it up, because I got an idea for a frame that I want to run by somebody, and I'm gonna run it by this gentleman right here. So there we go.
Dude, hey man, he does some crazy frames. Like if you go to his thing and look at it, he has a Facebook as well. Like so, if you go to look at his stuff, man, he does some impressive stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And again, you don't have to send them. You don't have to send them your art. Just take the measurements, and you're pretty good with that. You know, I've seen. I know you work with T-Mobile and all that stuff, and you do the engineering stuff kind of like what I do. So you know how to use a a ruler and or tape measure. So just
I'll
have
make
at
it
it.
legit. Perfect.
Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. I'm down to the precise measurement. He's like, yeah, I got a little flex, dude. And I'm like, no.
That's it.
Yeah, so like this is a smaller one. If you can kind of see, this was a Pepe Valencia one here.
Oh wow, bro.
But he did this frame. This was the first one I did. But
Okay.
you could see this is like smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But then just keep it on me real quick, and then I'll show you. I'll just do this behind me, and then that's the next size up, which is like a 20 by 24.
Oh, dude, that's such a beautiful piece.
Yeah, so he did the framing on that, right? And then it's almost like this was meant to be, right? And then Dion did, this is a 19 by 27. Hold on, let me get that kind of in view.
When you sent me that, because you sent me progress pictures of that, and I was like, yo, whatever that's going to turn out to be is insane. And then I didn't necessarily put it together until it was when you sent me the finished picture of it. I was like, oh, that's Null in the background. Like that's like
brother.
Insane, yo. It's like,
yeah, man, that's all Pepe Valencia, man. Again, I have top 3 artists in my for my collection, and it's him, Veronica Connell right now. I have more than that. Q Method, and Yuriko Shiru, like all these people and again, Q Method, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you lost me for a second.
I got you.
Okay, so Q Method, man. I was watching Spidey do that break, and he pulled that Q Method. It was doing renditions. So Marvel rendition set, and he pulled it, and he was like, who the hell did this, dude? And everybody was, because it was the first set that Q ever did. And it was like, wow, man. And then you go to Q Method's his Instagram site. He had like maybe 150 followers. The dude is an actual PhD doctor in Mexico. Wow. And you're like, when does this guy have time? Like, that's my first question. And then you actually look at the artwork that he does, and you're like, holy crap, his anatomy that he does is insane, man. So I worked with I don't know if you know who Omega Comic Art is right now? Yeah. So I worked with them, and they got Q Method signed up. And it was off. I don't know if it was from one of my pieces or 2 of my pieces. I don't remember, but I commissioned Q on it's on like a smaller 5x8. I have that too here, and then I don't have my large down here. It's upstairs, but I can grab whatever you need, man. And then I did an A2 for Q Method. Yeah, I already got them off. I was like, I don't know what Matt's gonna want to see, but an easier option, right? Like I have this here. Let me see how I can swap my camera around. We'll do it like this. So I have these here, man.
Oh yeah.
And
there you go.
So these are the Omega cards, right? But I'm highlighting these artists that I've commissioned, right? So he did a complete set, and what Omega does too, man, it's pretty cool. They make all these are sketch cards, and then they make a set out of them.
Hold on one second. There you go. Now it's caught up. Yep.
Yeah, so they make a set out of sketch cards, and you have an opportunity with them to buy the original art, which is the sketch card. But then they send you the entire set of all the cards that he did, right? So like these are all the cards that Q did in that set. Dude, he's ridiculous, man. And then you have like the the puzzle card here with Miles and Gwen.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And like, again, somebody owns the OA, which was the sketch cards. And what's cool about it is it's the sketch cards, man. This is insane, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a crazy Mysterio. I like that a lot.
Yeah, this is my favorite Mysterio card that I've ever seen. And I wish it was like, I mean, I'm glad it's with this set, but at the same time, kind of want that as a large piece, dude. I'm an addict. I can't help myself. Yeah, man. So like all these were in their set. And then I think this card here, and then this one here, I'm pretty sure the OA kind of sat around. No, it was these two. The OA, so the original sketch cards sat around for a while, man. They were available for months.
Really?
Yeah, and somebody snagged. I think it was I think Josh snagged them, if I'm not mistaken. Josh snagged a couple of them that were just sitting around from Marvel Madness.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he snagged a couple of them up. But this is just a good example of his stuff.
I like how it says their name, the cube, like on the side.
Yeah, dude, and it highlights them, and it gives you a direct link to their site. They specialize in highlighting artists and their works, which is super cool of Omega set. I really like it. It's all OA. It's kind of fan driven to highlight the artist in their sets of work that they've done, and they put it in a business card model for like their business cards, which is cool. So I'm leaving it there so I can show you this. Hold on.
Drum roll. Wait, where's the sound effects for drum roll?
So this is the this is the 5x8 first commission I did, and that Venom is disgusting.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man, by Q Method. And I just say, hey, dude, do Gwen, man, however you want. And then he sent me this, and I was like, what the hell?
That's like, crazy.
Yeah, blew my expectations away. This is probably the coolest Venom I've ever seen, in my opinion, but I'm a little
That's a scary Venom.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. But you see his anatomy, right? Like the anatomy is insane.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Incredible work.
Yeah, the Spider-Man detail. Yeah, dude.
Goals.
Hey, I used to have that, man.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, and it's all painted, right? So like you can kind of see the watercolor. It kind of like distorts the page, but he paints, and he used multimedia, but it's primarily watercolor.
Yeah, that's incredible work.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome, man. And again, I have that massive piece. It's the A2, but that's upstairs, and I can always grab it, man, if needed. But it's on my site. Everything's on my Instagram, man.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. That's dope, man.
But I do have some sneak peeks. So Richard lives near me, the guy that started up Omega with Jason.
Okay.
And he dropped off a package this morning just to show you guys, because you've had a guest on your show. You had a Ranga on your show, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's doing another piece or set with them as well to highlight some of
the.
Yeah, man. So this is like one of his pieces here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's a Magneto. And then this is another one too, man. It's just Angel.
Yeah, Ranga does great work.
Yeah, and you can see, man, it's like they really treat the artist like well, man, and highlight their art pretty cool in these business cards.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun too. He's a great character. Great hang. He's I try to, say hi to him every chance I get, and it's a good time.
He's great. Yeah. And then they do this is like an example of their packaging. Like he sent me all this stuff this morning, man. He was like, yeah, just show it off, like, because it highlights guests that have been on your program before.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
So they were like, yeah, man, like just to reiterate their efforts and what they've done for them. That's the Wolverine and Jean combo kind of thing that Aringa did.
I gotta get them on.
Yeah, man, like just yeah, they're great. They're great guys. And then I kind of have you had Ben Brady on your Ben Brody on your show too, right?
Ben Brody.
So Ben Brody did their first the fine set, and these are just examples of all his. And this is owned by one of our very own watchers of the program, Mr. Roz Nasty over there, dude. And then this Spider-Man, I don't know how this didn't get picked up for a set. Like, that's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
And then everybody's seeing his Doom, but that's kind of, and then Justin owns this Magic.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's such an incredible piece.
And then, of course, the Doom.
Doom.
Yeah. So these are all pieces that they've done for people, right? Through commissions work and stuff like that. And they just highlight that stuff that was unfortunately not published yet. And then the next person that's coming up, and I'm going to be on Marvel Madness on Saturday with the actual mega team to promote our boy.
Oh, wow.
Pepe Valencia. He's the next one on the set.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. So super dope. I just wanted to highlight them because they're community members that watch your show, that watch the program, that literally log in and talk in the chat, and they're just trying to bring more attention to the artists that we all commission, man, and love. So
love it.
Yeah, man.
Make sure to tune in on Marvel Madness's channel. Check that out.
That'll be on Saturday, I think at 3:00, because Pepe's in he's in Spain.
Yeah, I was gonna say the time difference is be rough if it was a Friday night show.
Yeah, it's real for those guys, man. So
yeah,
that's another thing that I like to do too. I like to highlight artists. All these artists that I've named are all overseas, or not in the United States. So Veronica Cano's in Canada. Pepe Valencia's in Spain. You had Q Methods in Mexico. Yuriko Shiro's in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I like to really find those diamonds in the rough and bring them out. And Tony Perna's set is also another one. Yeah, exactly, dude. Your man thing was also one of those. I was like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah, I love Yuriko's work. Like,
yeah, she's amazing, man.
I should take it out of the freaking sketch thing. But yeah, I love her work. I plan on getting more. I want to get a bigger piece from her.
Same. I'm on the docket for September.
There you go.
But we'll see, right? So I'm not sure if you know, or if other people know. She has an illness, so she's kind of working through that ailment. Yeah. And so she's kind of got a back order. So for the people that just like me, Matt, and everybody else that's in line that want another additional piece, just be cautious and understanding that she's trying her best. She actually has a upcoming show that she's doing original art pieces for. And if you see her Instagram, she's posting a little bit more on Instagram. So I think she has 2 new original OA pieces for that. For that gallery. She's primarily a gallery artist that did Marvel work on the side. So the gallery art was her on the order of precedence for what she had on her docket for backlog work. She's slowly working through that. So just if you have a commission out with her, be patient. I'm sure she's working her way through it, but she did have an unfortunate ailment that popped up, and she's working through that.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate, and we only wish her a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that one, because when I got that piece from her, when I commissioned it, I reached out, and she was like, "Yeah, I never did that character," and I was like, "Yeah, give it a try." And she was like, "All right," and then she was like, "Oh, I don't know if you're gonna like it," and I was like, "Oh yeah, let's see it." And she said to me, I was like, "Are you what?" I wish that was bigger. Like,
yeah, dude,
it's insane. Like the detail on the card. So she would be on. I want to get a bigger piece, just to see what she could do.
Yeah, man. So Richard again, the gentleman that dropped this off for me, he has a large Jean Grey by her.
Nice.
And I was like, damn, dude, because he showed it to me, and I was like, man, I'm so jealous, because I'm in the same boat as you, man. I would love to get a large OA piece from her for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And Pepe, he's been doing incredible sketch cards, man.
Dude, I wish I could show you some stuff, man, but just stand by for heavy rolls, dude. I am jealous of those. Good happy hunting when you guys see his work that's coming out. But yeah, unfortunately, like obviously it's unreleased sets and we can't show anything yet. But I was fortunate enough to get a little something from him. So a little backstory too for Pepe Valencia. So when I commissioned him originally, it was for I was looking to get a card done, but he never did a card, never. And so I kind of talked to him about that, and then we kind of grew a good rapport. So literally, this piece here on the back, he put my first PSC.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Hey, brother, this is a little bigger than that."
Yeah, that's
a personal sketch card, right? Because when he showed it to me, I was like, "Holy crap, man! That's actually like an 8x10, man!" Like,
yeah,
I really appreciate that, Pepe. But then we talked a little bit more, and then I sent him stuff, and he kind of got to understand it. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was such a small format, right?" Because again, he speaks a little bit of English, but he's primarily like more type friendly, right? Like he can text it and translate via Google Translate and all that stuff a little bit better. So once we got him got on the same page, I walked him through on how to apply for Fanatics and all that stuff, and he got accepted. And Fanatics wanted to see preliminary kind of like piece to show that he could actually do it in such a small format, because he had huge pieces. Like he did like this size format, these 19x27 massive pieces. That was his format right before these huge, super intricate pieces. And then like 11x17s was like his next step down, man. So it was nothing crazy. But then so he did this Gwen.
Oh my goodness.
As a preliminary piece. And of course I wanted it to be Gwenum originally, but I told him, because I was like, look, Gwenum's not that as big of a character as Gwen.
Yeah.
So I said, look, man, I understand you're kind of doing like a 2-for-1 where you're trying to apply to tops and you want to hook a brother up, but do Gwen, because Gwen's the more desirable character for the mass collector base, and it really will show off your talent, because he does an exceptional, as you see, he does an exceptional Gwen.
Yep.
So, and I do
the
collect
headphones.
Oh my God, it's crazy, right? So, and on the back, you can see here, he wrote in there, essentially, I'll read it to you. It says, art test for tops, markers, color pencils. And so this was his first PSC and his first submittal for the acceptance in the tops. And I was fortunate enough to own this unique piece, man.
Buildings are so dope.
Dude, it's crazy, man. I have a close-up picture of this, and he's only gotten better. Remember, this was his first one, man. And he took like, I think it was about 5 or 6 hours for him to do this one. But his most recent pieces, they look like a freaking 19x27. They're so intricate. And he doesn't settle for like less. I will say that about Pepe. He won't settle for less. So he could just do like a standard headshot, probably do it within 2 to 3 hours and submit that and be fine with it. But he will not settle for less. And I think one of his latest cards took him like 9 hours to do. But then you see it and you're like, my God. Yeah, my God.
I love the post where he puts like the colored pencils in it, and it shows. I'm like, oh my God, that's insane. The sketch card that's somewhere out in the wild.
Yeah, man. And a couple of his pieces, like his Invisible Woman was one of the best. Like I really like that one where it had Doom in the background and she kind of fades in and out and you could see his face through her abdomen. That one sold for, I think it was $1,500 when it was pulled from a pack. I don't think I've seen a piece from him that was less than, I don't know, like $450, $500. So he's definitely become a super chase. And because it does take him a while to do these things, he's only doing like maybe 7 to 10 cards a set. Whereas you see other artists that are just pumping out like 50. So it's making him a little bit harder to chase as well. If you are trying to chase him in the sets.
Yeah, that's one hell of a chase. But
yeah, man. Yeah, and then you see it, and then you see it on that card level, and it's like, it's ridiculous.
It's incredibly insane. Like I'm like, I want to get on that commission list.
Yeah. just let me know, man.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's definitely I mentioned it in the past, and I just got to get through Q3, and then I should have some money. That'll be good.
Yeah, so just a heads up for everybody. His commission list is like it's closed, right? But he's booked out for about a year
It's cool.
with this
That's
with
cool.
his current list. So I mean, if you want or desire to go that route, like you have plenty of time to plan. I would just recommend if you're going for a card, you can discuss it with him, and then as soon as it opens up, or I can even talk to him and see if he wants me to create like a backlog list for him of people that want to jump in, and as soon as an opening, I can talk to him and see if we can slide people in.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
I'll let you know when I'm ready, whenever that'll be, when I put a little more money to the side. My son
for sure,
starts
man.
college in September, or late August, so that's a
Yeah.
whole nother venture.
Yes, it is, dude. Yes, it is, man. I
Whole
feel you
nother
on that.
chapter. So trying to be responsible, but
it's hard, dude.
It's hard, bro. It's hard, especially when opportunity. It's always when you're trying to save money or be a little, restrained on your purchases, where all of a sudden, like, an opportunity comes up, and you're like, "Oh, of course!" Like, it's going to happen.
Man.
4 months ago, or in 4 months. It's got to happen now. If I don't get it now, I know the opportunity is going to be gone. It's fleeting. So it's like,
I've told that to like all the artists, because I want to get an Ash piece. I've been wanting to get an Ash piece, Ash Gonzalez piece forever. I want to get Tony Perna. I've talked with him. I'm going to eventually get a piece from Tony. Simone, I want to get either a pencil or something from him too, from the future. The must-haves of your collection.
Yeah.
If you've been following this, the original comic card art, for the longest time, those certain people that you're like that you really want to get. But what was unique, I don't. You played into the Mental Con, didn't you? Did you participate?
Yeah.
Do you have any of those pickups near you, or?
Oh yeah, you know what? Great point. Yeah, hold on 1 second.
So for the viewers right now, I know we got a couple people online. Like the Mental Con was a great opportunity for you guys to, they've ventured into like Fred Ian pieces where you could get a one-of-one, like custom made commission piece from Fred Ian, and Fred Ian doesn't offer that at all for the year. So the only way you could have gotten a commission piece from Fred Ian was through Mental Con, which was a very unique experience this year. And then there's also other artists that have done Marvel sketch cards throughout multiple sets. And this was a great benefit for the collector and for a great opportunity to support a phenomenal fundraiser. And they pick people every year, just in case you didn't know what it was. And they typically hold that in June. So I'm starting to already talk to the artists that I normally commission. I was able to bring on a bunch of new artists, to include Q Method, Pepe, Veronica Connell, the Diaz's, so Michelle Diaz, David Diaz. So we brought a bunch of new faces in. Eureka was on the docket again. She ran into her ailment that prevented her from participating this year. But there are crazy artists, man, that participated. And I have some as well, Matt, but I'll let you go ahead first and show off what you picked up.
Yeah. So I got this awesome Absolute Batman by Louis Wamble, which is like a 5x7.
Dude, that's sick.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
This was really cool. I was happy to win this piece. I try to take part in Mental Con every year. I think the first one I did was 24, so I've done it since 2024. This year was the first year I actually was on as a guest, and that was awesome. So it was a lot of fun, and look forward to doing more. And then I got this piece, which may or may not have gotten me in a little bit of heat, but what are you gonna do? The Baroness.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. You're like, babe, it was support a cause, babe.
That's it. Proceeds
it was for the kids. You're like, there were no kids, but it was for the kids.
Yeah. And then these are pieces from 24. My piece from 25, I think, is in my book, so I don't have it on me. But this is Marv from 24.
Oh, awesome, man.
Crazy good piece. I love Sin City. This is really cool. And he did a piece in the back.
Yeah, that's sick.
Dope piece. And then this is probably one of my favorite pieces. Mumra, the ever living.
There you go. Okay, now it's up. Oh, dude, that's crazy detailed.
Yeah.
The eyes are awesome, man.
And then
Dude, that's sick.
sick, right? I love this piece.
Who did that?
It's Astranda.
Dude, that color,
Yeah.
his coloring is awesome, man.
I'm horrible with names. I was trying to be good with names. I was doing pretty good. I had a good streak there for a little while, and I had Fausto on, who I've said he's been a guest on before, and I've said his name right, and then I messed his name up, and then now all of a sudden I'm having this streak where I'm messing people's names up. I wasn't prepared, but yeah, this was from Jalen Warner, did the Marv,
Yeah.
and then who did Baroness actually? Let me see who the hell did Baroness. It's hard to get signatures sometimes. It would be on the receipt, right?
Yeah, it
But
should be.
I'd have to look. Oh wait, isn't it? Oh, I didn't make an Instagram post yet for it, I don't think. That's why I didn't have all this stuff written down. Nope, I did not make my posts yet for it. Been trying to catch up on life, yo.
Yeah, I hear you on that, dude.
Juggling, wearing many hats.
I have two.
Let me see. Let's see these.
So I picked up, I know this is not anywhere near my collection, but this is that Jurassic Park piece, man. It was just too good, dude. Dude, I loved it.
I can hear the tapping right now.
Yeah, and it was such a good job, dude. And the detail on this is nuts, man. I love it. And actually, yeah, the artist was Jay Mendez.
There you go. Oh, that's
cards.
readable. Auto.
Yeah, all the cards that he submitted, dude, for the set were crazy good.
Word.
But I saw this, and actually, me and Matt Fuller were eyeballing this.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I got about $10. I couldn't believe. That's what I'm talking about, man. I got this for $10.
I know it almost feels like bad. You feel bad. I'm like, oh my god, can I bet against myself?
Like this is something that I would, if I were going to commission somebody for this, I would pay well over $100 for this.
Word. Yeah.
I would, man.
It's incredible detail with the shadows and I love it. It's so rest in peace. He just passed, didn't he? What's his name?
Yeah, the guy from Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Forgot his full name.
And then remember MentalCon? You guys were not MentalCon. You guys were at OAX.
Yeah.
And then you guys, during your sketch party with you and Matt Fuller, this artist.
Oh shit.
Did this piece. Yeah. And Matt Fuller and I were actually battling for this a little bit.
Wow.
And what's funny was, thankfully, because it saved my wallet a little bit, I was in the middle of talking on MentalCon, and then I went to go back and check the bid on it again to keep it alive so I could keep bidding. And it still showed a counter on there, but it closed.
Okay.
And I was like, son of, I lost it. And it was the only Gwenum too, man. And on the back, it has Spider-Gwen on the back.
I love that.
Yeah. But again, I PC Gwenum. So this was the only Gwenum of the whole MentalCon. And that the person that was at MentalCon doesn't take commissions. This was like my only opportunity to get like this piece from them. And fortunately, Matt Fuller snaked it and gave it to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. And he was like, for all the help that I provided and all that stuff for MentalCon, he was like, I got it for you. Or we did. I don't know if the other members of the team went into it with him. But either way, it's much appreciated. This was actually the one piece I was going to chase, and I kind of feel bad that I drove the price up on him. Because it was me driving the price up, but again, I know that all the proceeds went to the cause anyway. So, what's up, PJ?
PJ in the house.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We
Fuller
got
is the
Donnie, we got
best.
everybody, man. Yeah, Matt Fuller is great, dude. And I've hooked him up too, man. Like with his whatnots, I do givvies and stuff on there sometimes. So with that, and knowing that I like to give givvies, I'm gonna give it.
What?
Yeah.
You don't
So
have to do that.
Oh, I'm gonna, man. So I like to buy things that are not normally in my PC so that I can give these things away if I'm on, someone's stream. And it didn't cost me an arm and a leg or nothing like that, but I like to do these things to help promote your channel, other people's channels, to bring, awareness to you guys and everything you're doing, because I appreciate it. I listen to you guys all the time. But my intention was to give a giveaway today, as always, and I want to give this OA sketch card from MentalCon from Jay Mendez to the watchers tonight, and we can run it whenever, dude. It doesn't have to be right now. It could be when we are at peak, whatever you want. But
Yeah,
my only
you
ask,
let me know.
Yeah, the only ask is it's hashtag Matt loves moms.
You're horrible.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Fire knew it too. You know?
Yeah, dude. I was actually listening to the podcast on my way home, and I forgot like which one I clicked on, and it was that one. I just started laughing. I was like, "Of course, it's that one for today because I'm going to be on here today."
Oh my god, you guys, man! Hold on, I gotta open up this thing giveaway tool and write pound Matt. Oh my god, yo.
Yeah,
You guys
it's only fitting that I'm on your show, and that's the pound, dude.
That's funny. Well, you gotta do it. What are you gonna do? All right. All right, we got 4 entries, everyone. We got 4 entries so far. Get in there, everyone. There you go.
And we could keep that open the whole time or whatever you want to do, man. Just so everybody has to continue to put hashtag Matt loves moms the entire pod.
You guys are horrible. That's funny though. Hey, what are you gonna do? It became part of the show.
It did, dude. I love
Ramble
it.
on. Matt loves moms.
Yeah, dude.
I love it though. It's all love. It was innocent, and now it's a funny thing. So.
Yeah, man. And the fact that it was to Dave Palumbo about Julie Bell makes it even that much better.
Well, it was about moms in general.
Nah, bro. Dude. I'm pretty sure that was focused on Julie Bell.
Blushing.
Yeah. You were like, hey, I love your mom.
No,
dude, that was the best, dude. I love it.
Oh my god. All right. So how do you decide what artist to commission? Like
yeah, man. So we'll get back on topic here. Yeah, man. So typically I like realism work, right? I really do. I love realism work. Outside of like Simone Bianchi, because his artwork is just a one-off, or that too, right? Like Yuriko Shiru. I see a piece from Yuriko, I know it's Yuriko. I see a piece from freaking Simone, I know it's Simone, right? I can tell when Ash does a piece. PJ does a piece. Like PJ's details freaking nuts, man. I'm gonna have to get a piece from PJ, right? So it's pretty much that. I don't want the cookie cutter. It's like rinse and repeat. Dre's freaking original pieces, dude. I was talking with Dre the other day. I was like, Dre, I love your original pieces. I appreciate the homage pieces he does, but I'm actually more of a fan of his original pieces that he does, man. Because it has that distinct Dre touch to it. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, that's a Dre piece, man. I could tell right away. Mm-hmm. So that's what draws me to the people. And when I saw Veronica's piece, I was like, wait, that's got to be printed, man. And then you're like, wait, that's not printed. She's just that ridiculous. yeah, that's what truly draws me to it. And I am more of a fan of realism art. It's what's always drawn me to it. I've been a fan of like that old Renaissance era of paintings and stuff like that, just in art in general. So yeah, it's super dope. And then when it comes to like character collecting, the story has to get me right. Like I thought it was cool when Gwen came out, and then Gwenum, like the whole like she lost her powers and she used a symbiote, and in her world it was Matt Murdock, who's evil, and he helped her get the power back by utilizing the symbiote to get her powers back with the with the symbiote and all that stuff. And then and Peter Parker dies in her world, and that was her like trigger that affected her and her reality, as opposed to Uncle Ben with Peter. So it was just cool, man, to see that dynamic and stuff. So I know Fire was kind of hinting at it earlier. He's like, hey, he's gonna tell who his next PC is. And I didn't know she was gonna be in Tops's new Chrome set, but she is, and there goes my wallet. But I have multiple commissions out, and I gave this commission originally it was going to be Gwen, to the artist that I gave. So again, I have Colton Worley, I have Veronica Connell, and I have Suspiria right now. Those are my current obligations. And I messaged all of them right away, and I was like, hey, look, if you have not started yet. Oh, and Pepe as well. Pepe's got a piece on the docket for the summer, but that's already covered. So he wants to do my new PC period. He's like, I'm doing your new PC. But the others, I gave them the option. I was like, surprise me. And when I see it, I see it. But I'll show you guys that character now. Yeah, man.
Gotta go DC.
Yeah, I know. If I go DC, it's gonna be I've already told people it's gonna be the new Poison Ivy from the Batman.
Absolute Poison Ivy.
Yeah, dude, she's sick. Again, I like that horror art. I like that whole look, dude. But Sister Sorrow, dude.
Okay.
So if you haven't read her backstory, it's nuts. It's awesome.
So she's going to be your second PC.
She is
for Marvel.
Yep.
Okay.
So Sister Sorrow, essentially, her story is Mephisto manipulates her.
Okay.
Damns her father in their deal straight to hell.
Oh, geez.
And she sacrifices herself because she's like, obviously sorrowful that her dad is now in hell, serving her, his entire existence in hell with his soul. That's why she has those permanent black tears down her face.
Okay.
And she becomes like his beck and call for going to do tasks and stuff. And she manipulates Mephisto and pulls the rug out from under him, like obtains this powerful tool, and essentially says, if you don't release my father, I'm going to burn all of hell down. It's a really good read. It's a really good read, man. So yeah, of course I'm down the rabbit hole, dude.
What I'm obviously that's her first appearance in the cards, but when was her first appearance in the comics? She's pretty recent.
Yeah, it was pretty recent. It was in a Doom. It was in the Villains arc, and it was in Doom's.
It would fit for Doom. Hey, Jimmy.
So Mephisto, right? Again, like she was a servant of Mephisto. She manipulates Mephisto, and she actually partners up with Doom. All these other Marvel villains try to, like, Mephisto gets them to kind of attack her and take her down, but Doom backs her up, and they team up.
Does he save his mom?
Oh, her dad? You'll have to read
No,
it.
Doom's mom.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
He should use her to save his mother.
True.
Him, and Strange they might win.
Yeah, dude. But she's
sick. Every year. He tries to get his mom every year or some shit like that.
All the way down to 25 right now, and I have a 10 and a 5.
Shiny orange.
Yeah, man. This is a good color match. But I have an out of 10 coming, and the out of 5 is in the mail, and I was hoping it was going to be here in time, but it wasn't.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Going for the rainbow.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go for the 101. I don't think I'm doing that crap. No. Yeah.
All respect. I don't necessarily count the 101 in a rainbow.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
That's I think of the 101 is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So if you have that, then you got a lucky charm. You got the whole shebang right there. But I don't think a one-on-one is necessary. A printing plate's fun. Throw that in there.
Yeah, I don't think they make it for these yet, though. I haven't seen them for the Chrome set.
Oh, they don't do printing plates?
I haven't seen one yet for the Chrome series.
I didn't know Topps didn't do printing plates.
Yeah, I haven't seen one for this particular set, for the Topps Chrome set. Maybe they will eventually, but this was her first appearance. I think this is the only rainbow I'm going to do with her because I'd rather put my money towards commissioned art to support artists. But I saw it was her first appearance in the top set. This is the comic book cover art for her, like her first appearance. It was one of the covers. So I was like, yeah, I'll go in on this one. I'll get the rainbow, but then I stop at that. I'm not like one that has to have Topps or Upper Deck cards galore in my collection. I'd rather have OA all day long.
Yeah. I had to touch that oven to know it was hot. So I learned that mistake myself. And now I have piles of cardboard and binders, and I love it. I love it. But man, I would have loved to have focused on, more OA or, creative commissions and stuff. That would have definitely. And our boy Still Motion Card said he's a horror guy too. Hallows Eve is my new PC, bro.
Oh, you're fighting Brian, dude.
Hallows Eve is one of my favorite characters. I was like, because I always was like, I need a female character to PC, and I was juggling that. There was a comic book. I don't know who the cover was by, but it was a cover of her. It might have been #1 for her or her first appearance, but the comic was so dope looking. It had multiple faces or something in a circle. And
yeah, man.
I saw that. I was like, what? Who is this character? And then, so I'm there with you. Hallows Eve is a dope character. Yours is a dope character. I like that story.
Dude,
I can see where it goes with it.
I'll send you a link it's like maybe a minute long that tells you what the story tells. And as soon as I saw that, and then her design, because her design caught me first. That was the very first thing. I was like, dude, she's freaking cool looking, man. Because it kind of does that same kind of color scheme and schematic as Hallows Eve, right? Those oranges,
like
with the pale face, the black. And I was like, dude, I like that because I liked Hallows Eve as well. Hallows Eve as well. But Brian is all over that. Good luck fighting Brian for PC stuff, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck.
You got to know when to tap out when certain people are in the room, right?
Dude, Brian's like, I'll hit him up. Hey man, there's this Hallows Eve that popped up. He's like right on it. It's mine, and then leaves the room. Yeah, he's got it. He's got that on lock.
It's always great too when somebody because when you see something pop up, you're like, yo, I saw this.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm already on it. You're like, oh yeah, I figured.
Yeah, man. There was a commission piece. I kind of wish I would have known that Still Motion. This is obviously before you PC'd her, but because Brian was the only collector of her that I knew of for a while, and somebody had commissioned Veronica O'Connell for a Hallows Eve piece, and it is so good. I almost bought it. I was like, I don't PC her, but dude, that's so good. And I was like, I can't do that to Brian. I messaged Brian. I was like, hey man, this is available, and he was like, mine. Like, claimed it right away, and it's his favorite piece of his Hallows Eve collection.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so if you go to her,
help the brother out.
Yeah, dude. If you go to her Instagram, you'll see why. I was like, holy shit! Like, sorry, holy crap, man. When I saw it, I was like, good God, that thing is sick.
Nice.
Yeah, because she's holding a skull in her hand, and it's a super close-up portrait, and Veronica does those portraits so well, and it's so like realism looking, and it was sick. It was super sick, man.
That's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah.
So in like talking into like commissions, do you give artists any kind of like direction, or you give them like almost full creative freedom?
So most of the time, like I usually say, hey, do you like Colton Worley right now? And I mean, like I said, pick either one you want. All I ask is mask off, right? I like that semi-absorb look, or I'd like to see the face. So I don't want to just have another, like, everybody can have a masked Spider-Man or Gwenom or anything like that. But like if I collected Spider-Man, I'd want like a battle torn, kind of see his face through it, give it a little bit of emotion to the piece. You know what I mean? Yes. Just a little bit more of a detail to it, just a little more storytelling. So that Pepe, the 19 by 27, I was a huge fan of that, the the Queen in Black and the King in Black series. So I was like, oh man, they did a King. She was part of the King in Black series, and that Mary Jane. That's why Mary Jane's in it, and Noel's in that piece back there, is because that was. Sorry, I almost dropped it. Trying to get it in there.
Good save.
Yeah, so that was all part of that story, right? And it's all about that story. So that's what I told Pepe. I was like, hey, look, man, we can do a Noel if you wouldn't mind, the King in Black story. And I kind of sent him some links. Told a story about it, and he came up with that.
Oh wow!
So that was his creation. Yeah. Oh, it's insane, man. I really would like to get real close-ups on it and show you guys that, but it would be too much for. It's in the frame. There'd be too much reflection and all that stuff now.
Yeah. No, it looks great. It looks great.
Yeah.
And you have it on your page, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all on my
and
page.
Your Instagram is in the description of the tonight's episode. So if you want the links in there.
So I had multiple Veronica pieces too here.
Oh,
so this is the piece that inspired her new commission.
That is incredibly beautiful.
Yeah. So this is an 8x10, right? So this piece, I literally just told her, I said, hey, look, just have like a tear going down her face with a flower in her hand, like where she's losing her innocence. And she was like, cool. And that's what she came up with. That's all. The only thing I asked was like, try to put some emotion into it. Maybe this, maybe that. And she was like, all right, I'm on it. And she did
like that.
Yeah. So she started doing the absorption. So you can see like on this side of her body here, it's starting to absorb, and it's coming on, like absorbing onto the face, but it's still leaving half of her.
Yeah. That is dope.
Yeah. So keep it on me real quick. Hold on. So I got another one. The next piece that I did from her is I said, hey, what about a reflection piece? Like I showed her like this piece that was done on, I think it was a Magic the Gathering card.
Okay.
And it was more of like a mirror reflection. And I'm trying to keep like the flower imagery with Veronica in the pieces. And she came up with the Gwen looking down into the water with Gwenum reflecting.
So cool, man.
Yeah. So she came up with that
concept.
Yeah, it's so dope, man. So you could do this with like any character. Like if you had Wanda, you could do this with Wanda on the top with, her darker part here. And then like Hulk, you could do it with Hulk on the top with Bruce Banner, and then the Hulk at the bottom. Like, so you could do this with a good array of characters, man. It's a good concept.
Oh yeah. Well, believe she's in here. She said she really enjoyed doing that piece for you.
Oh, she's in?
Yeah, Alestria.
Oh, that's Pepe.
Oh, Pepe.
Yeah, that's Pepe, man.
Pepe.
Pepe. Pepe, what are you doing up, man? It's probably like freaking 6 in the morning over there.
What's good, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Pepe's awesome, man. And then this was the other Veronica. I didn't give her any task direction or anything on this. She just did this. Yeah.
Wow.
So she did this. I have a card that has the moon in the background, and she did the two pieces together as like a set.
Jimmy said, "Oh, you got to give him commission ideas." Shake my head about the reflection.
That's right, Jimmy. Suffer with the rest of us.
Spend your money.
Yeah, give me your cash. So Pepe's online now. So remember that first one I showed you guys, the smaller one? Smaller one, freaking 8x10. Yeah, the 8x10
Show you
that
love tonight.
Yeah, that he thought was a PSC, right? Originally. So he started on this, man, and he was like, it sucks. And I was like, no, it's not. So he started on this Gwen piece and he did the face in detail, and he was working on it, and he didn't like it. So he abandoned it and shipped this with that piece.
So you should put that on your arm.
I don't have any room anymore.
Somewhere.
Yeah, they're all full. Yeah. Y'all get on my lower back.
There you go. Tramp stamp it up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, it's figure something to do with it,
Yeah, man.
Because the face looked incredible from what I was seeing.
Oh, it's ridiculous, dude. I was like, come on, Pepe, you're crazy, man. But yeah, he does phenomenal work, and And the Gwen, there was actually a Gwen piece. I have a poster of it, but I don't have the OA. I wish I did. I've shown this on a couple other streams, but let me do that real quick. It's just a huge piece. Hold on. But this was the piece that drew me to Pepe's work originally.
Oh,
I'm trying to get the camera right.
wow.
I'm going the wrong way. There you go. So you can see all the emotion and all that stuff in his work.
It's a whole story.
And it's ridiculous, dude. And I messaged him instantly on Instagram, was like, hey man, is this available? He was like, nope, it's gone. So that was the point where I lost all my money to Pepe. I was like, he got me, dude. He got me. Yeah, because I was like, hey, do you, and the cool thing about him and other artists too, right? So Veronica, Pepe, Q Method, they'll do payment plans, man. So if you're in the world of commissioning, you're like, oh, I can't afford, X amount of dollar value. Talk to the artists. If they are well-known artists that are established, have a pretty dominant following behind them, proven, people in the industry or in the collector base have worked with them before, and their reputation exceeds their art. They're usually reputable. They send you invoices. They send you all these things. So they've set up payment plans for you, right? And what's really good about that is people that are booked out for years, Simone, Pepe, all these different artists, right?
Yeah.
If they're booked out for a year and they're willing to do payments with you, you can really obtain a beautiful piece. The problem is you just have to be on your P's and Q's about, living within your means, understanding if you can afford it or not, right? Don't go beyond your means. That's why I like to push to people sketch cards too, because you can obtain beautiful pieces of work on a smaller platform. It's the same artist. It's the same work. It usually correlates from a gigantic piece to the smaller piece. It's their work, and you're pursuing the artist for that, right? So just understand what is reasonable for what you can afford.
And I love that advice very, very well. I mean, it goes, in so many ways, right? I mean, like I have a sketch card from Eric Gist, you know what I mean? Like I own an Eric Gist original piece. I don't own, an 8x10 or an 11x17 or some huge piece that he did, but I still own original art that he did. Julie Bell, I got a sketch card from her at OEX. So like I own a piece from her, you know what I mean? Like these are huge artists, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
legends.
man.
So it's like you can still obtain it's a way. It's your foot, your foot in the door. It gives you a little bit of an understanding of original art. It's and then once they're mini masterpieces. Is the way I look at sketch cards. I mean, it's 2.5 by 3.5, and the detail and the amount of work and the time that goes into one of these pieces. It's incredible. I mean, I love sketch cards. I love to get larger pieces, but I mean, every time you see it's like the competition out there is pushing artists to do more and more incredible things on such a small canvas, where it's like I didn't even think that was capable of somebody doing this 4 years ago when I came. There was great artists and there were certain styles here and there, and then it's like a new artist comes in and just blows you away, and you're like, what is going?
Yeah,
so it's
dude.
like it just the bar just keeps rising,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like incredible. And I totally agree with you. I think it's the stepping stone of getting into it. It's attainable. When there's payment plans, or when it's out so far, I don't look at that as a negative. I look at that
Neither
as,
do I,
I
man.
can afford this now because I could
Yeah.
put $200 here, or I could put $100 away. You know what I mean? And it's like you can make it work, especially when an artist is willing to do that with you. So kudos to any artist that works with you. And that's how I've gotten some of my pieces that I otherwise probably wouldn't have been able to get,
Yep. And be understandable, right? Okay, so Sister Sorrow, man, I want to get a cover piece that is on her freaking first appearance of a comic. I can't afford that.
No.
Let's be real, dude.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that. Like, I have to live within my means, dude. And but you can still obtain a personable, original piece that you work with the same artist with. Dude, Julie Bell's large piece that she does is over $20,000 starting.
Yeah.
Starting rate is like 22 grand.
Yeah.
Dude, that's way beyond what I can afford, right? But like you said, you got a freaking sketch card from her.
I got a sketch card.
Dude.
And she put a raccoon in it for me.
Yeah, man. And it's
like,
Julie Bell, dude. It's Julie Bell.
Yeah. But so regardless, like I said, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. I still own, original art. Somebody's like, oh, you got, I own original art. And they're like, oh, let me see it. I'm like, it's like this big. It's like,
yeah, but dude, yeah, I'd buy it from you. You know what I mean? Because again, it's the same thing. I'd be able to obtain an original Julie Bell piece, a Dan DeSantos piece, etc. Dude, like, oh man, come on.
Correct.
I can't afford the OA from Dan DeSantos. That freaking Louis has all these. Like, hey man, where's that one come from? Damn, dude. Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous, man.
Goals.
Yeah, goals. Yeah, and then Luis is just yelling at you, and you're like, I hate it. I love it so much. Yeah,
it's incredible. Like you're like
he's awesome.
The background.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome, dude. And that's another thing too. This community, guys, like everybody in the community, all the way up at OAX. I'm eventually going to get there. I got to stop commissioning pieces, but I'll eventually get there. We're all in it together, man. We all work together for the most part, and you find those core members within the group that you just click with, and it's like a second freaking family, man. It's awesome, and they are the ones that as well that introduce you to these artists, and you're just like, dude, like think about it, man. You had Julie Bell and all these people on your show.
Yeah.
Did you ever think?
Blessed.
Matt, did you ever think you were gonna have Dave Palumbo, Julie Bell, freaking Ian Gist? Who else was on there, man? Miles Wool, dude. Yeah,
Ben Brody.
Yeah, man. It's like it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And you're just like, wait, like what other platform or area of entertainment where is that even feasible?
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
Like. Yeah, you don't have like these crazy record artists that are just jumping on a stream with us that you are literally admiring their work. It just doesn't happen, and it's just such a unique. It's just such a unique little hemisphere that we all live in, where we can take it's not taking advantage of that, but it's that like little culture group that we have that it's just very unique, man, and it's awesome.
It is.
It's awesome.
It's appreciated. It's like all love, It's like, hey, come on, I want to talk to you about some stuff, and then you just have a normal, good conversation. It's about stuff you're actually interested in, and it's genuine. I mean, it's not like forced or anything, and it's incredible that to have such a good conversations in the past with all these amazing people. So again, I'm grateful for all that, and I look forward for more artists to come on, and I've got plans. I've been trying to get a few people on, so we'll see where it goes, but yeah, thank you. It's incredible to be able to talk to such high-tiered artists, and to be willing to have a conversation with you, and to put away an hour to almost 2 hours of their day to have a conversation when they're probably super busy themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
man.
Yeah. It's incredible. Like you said, community. You know what I mean? But we got a great question from Armando. How do you explain what you want from an artist? He had 2 bad experiences from his commissions. He doesn't know how to explain what he's looking for without taking away their freedom to draw.
Okay, so what I always recommend, and I've actually recommended this to the artists that are kind of venturing more from, again, if I primarily found them in the sketch card area and they're trying to venture into larger pieces, I recommend to the artist to do preliminary piece. So do preliminary work and then show the rough to the collector and say, hey, is this kind of what you're feeling? Because what you don't want is you've committed 10 hours into a piece and then the collector's like, nah, man, that's not what I'm looking for at all. At the same time, always remember you're going to the artist because you were so in love with their work, right? So there are artists that are like, no, man, you got to give me 100% freedom to do what I want to do. Cool. Like, but again, I'm coming to them for a piece. Um, I would say try to be a little bit more free with it and let them
Yeah,
do
flexible.
let them do kind of what they want. But I would recommend, hey, is there have the conversation to say, is there any way before you try to put any coloring or anything like that that I could see like a preliminary portion of how the piece is going, and that
I love
might
that.
work for you. Yeah, that might
Yeah.
work for you. An example for that too. So David Diaz did card art for me. Like he did the card. Again, it's a way, but he actually prepped it because he's more of a larger piece artist. But he prepped it on this, and this is how the card turned out. But he did this preliminary here on the initial sketch, and you can see on the back he wrote initial sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So he presented this and goes, "Hey man, is this kind of what you were looking at?" I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like go, like do you, man?" And
Yep.
he knocked it out of the park. And he gave me the
I think
preliminary.
Yeah, that's always a plus when that happens, when you get the preliminary. Oh, a nice little
Yeah,
addition
man.
there. So thank
Yep.
you to artists who do that.
Heck yeah, man.
I think it's a great to do preliminaries, to do this, to rough sketches, to be engaged with the process. I'm working with an artist right now that's he's been super busy on and off, but he'll send me what he's done, where we're at, and so it's an incredible. It'll be a 5x7 by Marlo Lopez, and it's
Awesome, man.
it's coming along incredible. I'm still waiting for him to color it. I got to actually follow up with him and see where he's at on that. I know he had deadlines and everything, obviously, but yeah, it's Man Thing with a raccoon fishing in a swamp, and it's gonna be insane.
Hell yeah,
It looks
dude.
so cool, man.
Is it like what is it like the what you call it in Dobbs? What is it? What is that comic? With the
It's
tiger
almost
and the
like a
kid.
comic strip. Yeah, like I was kind
Yeah,
of like,
yeah.
yeah, let's have a little fun with it. And in that, I kind of we threw ideas back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he would send me like the preliminary art of it, and we would just literally have a conversation about it and be like, oh, I kind of like how you had this before. And he's like, oh yeah, you know what? I like that. How about I do this? So it's an amazing situation when the artist is very enthusiastic about the process themselves, about the piece they're doing. First off, like he was happy to do Man Thing. He's like, oh, I don't get to do Man Thing that much. And then when I was like, hey, can we like make this kind of cartoony and throw a raccoon somewhere? And he went off with it on his own, and that's kind of like all I gave. And then that's when the preliminary process started, and we went back and forth, and he sent me like the rough of like where we're at before he colored, and I'm just super excited to see where it's going to come. And so I think you definitely want to work with the artist. You don't want to have too much dead air in between
Yep.
following up, because you don't, if they're going to take on the commission, obviously, they're busy. They'll tell you they're busy ahead of time, or something comes up, like life happens. But you always want to have a clear communication. You want to stay in touch. You don't want to be on top of them. You don't want to smother them, but, give them a good amount of time. If you're, like 2 weeks to a month, depending on what you're at in the process, but you definitely want to, keep on it. Otherwise, you don't want your piece to be pushed off to the side, or feel like there's too much of a loose expectation of when you're going to want the card in hand versus done and all that. So you got to have a clear line of communication with them. This is what I'm expecting. And that goes for the artists too. Some of these artists will tell you, like, this is how I'm doing it. This is, expect this, don't expect that. And you'll kind of understand right there through those, like you said, your original conversation about what you want and what the style you like. Man Thing is a very, like, a character that I don't have a favorite suit or a favorite time frame or certain golden age or silver age. He's a monster from the swamp. So I have a very good opportunity to just tell an artist, yo, do what you want. I mean, it's man thing. Obviously, don't do swamp thing. And
Yeah, dude, that's the only caveat, right? Yeah, don't
yeah,
do
and
swamp
I'm
thing,
like,
man.
if you can, add a raccoon into it. And they're like, a raccoon? And I'm like, yeah, figure out how to like incorporate a raccoon. And I love to challenge an artist to see how they're going to do that. So I have yet to be disappointed. I don't think I'm ever going to be disappointed. You know what I mean? Unless like it's quality.
Yeah,
But it's incredible. I like Mannix did added a little raccoon to my man thing that I got by him, and I think that's a A3 or A4. I forget the size
yeah,
it is. And it's incredible. I that's how I love it. I think you can't constrain an artist. I feel like once you start putting too much requests in, they're not they're restrained, and maybe they
yeah,
get a block, like a writer's block, but they're like, oh, I don't want to, because they probably care about what you want and the
yeah,
outcome. So they're kind of scared to do something that they normally might do. And you don't want to put anyone into that situation, whether it's an artist or a coworker or anybody, you know what I mean? You want it to be loose and comfortable. So I feel
yep,
like I don't give constraints. I have but that's my character. You know what I mean? Your character might
yeah,
have a favorite outfit from the 90s or from the 70s, or you liked how this comic artist did your character, or your favorite card set style had it, that artist did it this way. So there could be a whole like bunch of things going on that makes you want a specific way. So the best thing I could say is to loosen up. Blake had a great point with the preliminary art of the process, be a part of the process. And don't be afraid to have a clear line of communication with them. Because I think
yeah.
that's where you're going to
You
get
might
the
be
pieces
lacking.
that you want. Yeah. And,
Yeah,
and another
and
fun
also,
thing to,
sorry, go ahead,
go
man.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man.
I was going to say another fun thing is to try to break your habit of this constraint is to join mystery sketches.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
You're going to be so surprised when you just write a few words in there and be like, Wolverine, brown and yellow suit, bone claws instead of adamantium claws. And you don't know who the artist is going to do. You don't know what kind of style there is. And you're not going to get a piece. I have yet to hear anyone say, I did not like this piece I got.
Yeah,
Because it's part of the process to be fun. But I think that's what you need. You might have to just break your own expectations of what you may get from an artist. You need to be more open. I see we both have tattoos, right? So it's a little different
yeah.
with a tattoo artist. You kind of want to
That's permanent, bro. Yeah,
you want to tell the tattoo artist, like, this
yeah,
is what's in my head, put it on a piece of paper. So if that's your point, is like, I have an image in my head and I'm trying to relay the artist to draw it, that's a different thing than just getting a commission and seeing what they come up to create a beautiful comic accurate piece, cover piece or something. You need to have that conversation with the artist and be like, I have this idea in my head. This is kind of, I wish I could draw myself, but I can't. Can you try to pull it out and put it onto a piece of paper? You definitely need to be talking back and forth. Like, I like this,
yeah,
I don't like that. You're the artist I like because your style, so I want it in your style, but do it like that. That's between you and the artist. But that's a big difference between pulling something that you have in here that you feel should be on a piece of paper, and you're trying to hire somebody to do that for you. Is
yeah,
totally kind of different than you saying, I'm going to commission you to do an 8x10 or 11x17, and I kind of like this outfit, and then go for it. I feel like you may get a piece that, and you even said it, Armando, that you weren't too happy about it. I feel like you're going to
yeah,
get a piece that you're not, like, no matter how good it is, not saying it's bad or not, but no matter how good it is, you might be like, this wasn't what I was looking for, because you had this image in your head already about what you were trying to find. So that's
yeah. And
tough.
also, Armando too, man. Besides the preliminary too, man. Like, if it's a particular style that you like, I would recommend giving some samples of what you're kind of looking for. Say, like, So if you like really like realism as opposed to traditional comic style, say, hey, look, I really like this style, and that's what drew me to you, because you're probably going to go, you're not going to go with a traditional comic artist for a realistic artist, right? So provide those things to the artist and say, this is kind of what I'm feeling. Again, ball still in your court, but if you could possibly provide preliminary art, I would recommend starting on a very small scale for a rough, and then that'll give us the concept of what we want. And obviously, you know that they do great work or they don't do great work, but most of the artists that you're going to them for that flavor or that palette that you like. An example too is Pepe was doing a piece for my buddy that I work with, and it was a Lord of the Rings, and he actually put my buddy in the picture where there's of the drawing where this goblin was like beating this door in, breaking the door in, and it was one of the guys, I don't know his name, that's in Lord of the Rings next to him, and he's holding the door. I literally took a picture because I couldn't explain it to Pepe. The way that his original design was, he had his back to the image facing you as the viewer, right?
Mhm.
I took a picture of myself. I was like, babe, take a picture of me, to my wife. I'm standing up on the door doing this. And then Pepe is like, oh yeah, that is a better view. I'm like this, like an idiot.
That's funny.
For my buddy's piece. And he was like, yeah, you're actually right. Right. So that can also be a thing, because a lot of artists do a lot of visual work.
Yeah.
From what I heard was Julia Bell, even at OAX, when people were coming through the line and she was doing the sketches, she asked some of them to pose for her real quick. She's like, hey, can you do this real quick? And then she was doing that because they're very visual receptive and correlate that into their art. So, I mean, as stupid as it sounds, be like, hey man, I can't explain it well, but I look like this. You know what I mean? And then take a picture of yourself, yeah, doing something stupid or whatever you're thinking, man. Because I can draw a little bit, but like just to draw what I would try to tell the artist would take me forever, man. And it's a lot easier for me just to look stupid for about 5 seconds and take a photo.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of, I like to be surprised late, but that's me right now.
Same,
you know
man.
What I mean?
Same, dude. Yeah.
I went through the whole, I'm trying to tell an artist exactly what I wanted, to learning to be a little more loose. And to now it's like,
yeah, man,
I'm going to just randomly commission an artist to do a man thing with a raccoon and see what I get. And it's insane what you may actually get.
Yeah, man. So our buddy Stingray, he lives local by me. He lives in
Shout out,
he lives in he lives out in Virginia Beach, man. He got the Colton Worley piece, his Stingray with the freaking, it looked like he had like an Adidas shoe on and stuff, and it's a sick piece, lightning in the background, all this crazy stuff. I didn't even ask. All I told him was, can you do a Gwen piece for me? A2, however you want. All I ask, mask off. That's the only request I have. But I didn't go into any more detail. I didn't say if it's in the rain, if it's in this or that. Like, surprise me, dude. And then I did the all audible. I'll check out this new character came out. I sent sample pictures of the character, but again, I didn't tell them in any way of how to draw them. And I did give them the minute video of saying, just in case you want the context of how the character came about, it's literally a minute watch. So that can inspire you to come up with something like a concept that you want to do from the character, because it's kind of hard to work on a character you know nothing about.
Yeah.
And that might also be your problem, dude. So like if they don't know nothing about the character, they might not know your vision for the character either. So give them, I mean, the snippet was a minute to the T of what I sent them. It wasn't like, hey, watch this hour and 40-minute video on the character and hopefully inspire something for you. Something quick, something simple. Couple little sample sizes of what your idea is of the style that you like, and then yeah, man, you're going to them for their art. So yeah, that's just my recommendation, man. Hopefully that helps.
Great. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Now there is a 180 to that
you've learned from commissioning artists.
So this is the next part. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So there's a 180 to that, right? The 180 is, once you become a known collector, I'm sure you've run into this a little bit, you'll get DMs from artists that are aspiring to become artists, right? So they're coming to you and they're like, hey, I want to do work. I see that you're a collector. Is there any way that I could do a piece for you? This is my rate. And at that point, they're coming to you as a collector. I would be a little wary on that too. Like, be cautious. I've run into it one time out of my whole time collecting. A couple of my friends saw the pieces. I'm not going to blast them online here, but there is caution to be had. Learn the hard way a little bit with it too. But I don't at that point, I would say start, if they're coming to you too, like if an artist is coming to you, you can kind of to negotiate pricing, as opposed to if I'm going to an established artist like Simone Bianchi, Pepe, the rate's the rate, man. I'm coming to them for a piece. I don't argue. I don't do any of that. They want to give me a discount. Kudos to it, dude. But when you go into an artist with like a year plus wait, you're going to them for that reason, right? Like just like everybody else in the line is going to them for that reason. They're established. They do phenomenal work. Nobody's going to contest that. Don't argue with the rates. Like, it is what it is. So again, that goes back to that live and work within your means. So
love it. Yeah, you got to know where you're at financially. Don't put yourself in debt. You don't want to do that. You don't want to have a piece on your wall that you resent.
Yeah. And then the lessons learned too, man, is if you're unfamiliar with an artist, ping those other collectors in the field and say, hey, have you worked with this person before? How's their responses? Are they a great communicator or not? Who is a good POC that you could kind of work an avenue to get to them, because they get bombarded as well, man, with I want a piece from you. But then there's also not follow through on that end. So it kind of clogs up their channel for communication back down. So that's the reason why they hire these, art reps and all that. But there's also collectors in the world or out there that have worked numerous times with artists that might be a good channel to work, to say, hey, I know you're tight with this person. Could you reach out for me? And if it's, if I know that you're good and I know the artist as well, even if their commissions are closed or whatever, I can talk to them for you and say, hey, when are you expecting to open back up? Is it feasible for me to get this person on your list? And sometimes they're like, yeah, I'm locked up, but sure, send me their name. And then they kind of get in touch that way. And I'm always available. Like if you know that I'm tight with somebody, anybody watching this, from the artist perspective, like reach out to me, man. I have no problems with that. And I'll try to channel you through to people I know, but just be understanding that they do have a list for the most part, everybody that I've worked with.
Yeah. If they're good, they're going to have a list.
Yeah.
Unless you find that perfect moment where you're like, oh, their commission list opened. Like, yeah,
man.
And you're looking golden. That's a golden moment. That's meant to be moment.
Dude, that's how it worked out for Stingray, man. He posted his piece and then Colton Worley said, commissions open, taking slots. And I was like, beep. Like, hey, buddy.
I'll park right there.
Yeah. Yo, I'm game. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So
great.
Jump right in.
Plenty of resources with social media and the community. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And then you will hear the negatives too, people too. It comes up, and and the artists that I worked with, man, I like to promote people that were, when I first got into the commission game, I like to promote artists that were a little lesser known and try to establish them. Like Q Method, man, he's still below, I think, 1,000 followers. I'll have to look now. I think he's above 1,000 finally, but he was hovering around that. Veronica O'Connell was sitting at 500 followers, man, for the longest time. And I'm like, she's been established in the game, but I don't think people knew what outlet to go to because she just didn't have a lot. But then once I started promoting her stuff, because I love her work, she was so lovely to work with and all that stuff, dude. She got tons of bookings.
That's beautiful. That's one of the benefits with all this, right? Is you could just, I enjoy this person's work, look at it. Oh, you like that? And then if you like it, here's their information. And then, the spiral just keeps going, get that snowball going down the mountain. It can get real big. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And people, a lot of times they were like, hey man, are you artist rep for these people? I'm like, I'm not. I'm just a huge fan of their work.
Just
and
a fanboy.
Yeah, I'm fanning over here, man.
Fanboy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so that's Jeremiah's right. We got to shout out Fuller. He's
dude. Yeah, if you don't even know, like you pull something out of a pack, man. He's like, yeah, so and so. You're like, Matt, how do you know this?
Yeah,
he's ridiculous, man.
There's autos that I have no idea what it is, and I could ask, Fuller, and she will get right back to you and be like, "Oh, that's who this is." And may give you a little description of the background too, but it's incredible. Plus, not only that, he's a great resource with pointing out there's some crazy fraudulent things going on in our community with some people overseas tracing.
We can talk about that.
Sketches, yeah. So that's definitely dangerous.
Yeah, so I bought a piece just for that, Matt, because I like to show it. It was like $30, and I was like, this is worth buying to educate people if I'm on a podcast. So let me get that real quick. Give me a second.
Absolutely. It's good, Lewis.
Run over here real fast, man. Y'all can still hear me.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I apologize. This might get a little loud. Yikes. All right.
You're good.
Yeah. Let me get it. Digging through all these stacks, dude.
Shush your mom. I have a mom collection.
Yeah, this is it. Okay. So
stuff out of the woodwork over there, huh?
Yeah, man. So your traditional card is going to have two names on it, right? It's going to have the artist's name, and they're going to want to represent their work. A signature is a hard signature to read. They're out there, but most people aren't going to put Tom, Smith, Jenny as the signature. Everybody knows this cover. Everyone. You don't have to collect Spider-Gwen. You don't have to. Who is this, Matt? Do you know?
I don't who the artist is.
Yeah, the original artist for this.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I have no idea what that is.
It's Peach Momoko.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, now I know the cover.
Yeah, so this is the Spider-Gwen. It was like $1,000 when the thing dropped because it's like one of her most famous covers, man. And so
Rose
they
Beth
did
or
this.
Peach Momoko.
Yeah. Oh, it's Aurora.
Who the hell is Aurora?
Exactly, right? Aurora Borealis, man. Come on, isn't it some Northern Lights? So this right here is a Peach Momoko. Again, they shrink it, they trace it. There's no homage, there's no original, in reference to or any of that stuff. But everybody that's a collector knows this is a Peach Momoko cover.
Yeah.
It's one of her most famous covers.
Peach
so
Momoko.
if you're gonna do an homage, something like that, that's different, right? You're still giving the artist their recognition for doing that piece. But I don't, and they try to, and if you go to it, like Matt Fuller pointed out, they're like, no, an artist did this in China. They're a legit artist. Okay, then put your name on it and then put homage to Peach Momoko.
Yeah, you homage it. Yeah, but it's not an exact trace.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I know Jimmy's crazy, isn't it?
Can't believe
how dare
copied her.
How dare she?
Right. Jeremiah was funny. He goes, that was the sound of Blake 3D printing art in the background.
Yeah, dude, I was tracing real quick. You know what I'm saying?
He was chasing himself.
Yeah. I put Jimmy's name on it too.
Yeah. I mean, those are incredible pieces.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. So we got 8 entries in the giveaway for Pound Matt Loves Mom. Want to show that piece again? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is, man.
So this was again Jurassic Park moment.
Yeah, from Mentalcon, from Jay Mendez, man, great piece. I bought it because it's just such a cool piece. It's a great piece of art, man, for any collector out there that wants it. It can go in any collection. It's an iconic moment in cinematic history, and it's just done so well in this format. So thought it would have been a good giveaway, whatever it would have cost me for going towards the fundraiser, so be it. But I bought this with the intention to, not only because I like the art, I think it's awesome, but it's going to be good for a giveaway.
Yeah. And what was his Jurassic? Oh, I totally spelled that wrong. Jurassic Park. What was his name? Alan Sam Neill. So rest in peace, Sam Neill. There you go. He was
Matt
wild.
Matt loves moms. Yeah, man. Yeah, hashtag Matt loves Mozzie.
William and his wife watched Jurassic Park last night because of Sam Neill's passing. There you go.
Yeah, I
Show
apologize.
some
I haven't been looking at the chat because if I do that, it covers up the screen with me and Matt. But if there's any more questions, Matt, did anybody else throw anything out for?
No, that was like one of the main questions. Yeah, that was just the question we had from Armando. If anyone else has any more questions, they could throw them in the chat. That'd be I'll read them off. Absolutely.
Yeah, or did you have any questions, brother?
Yeah. We were jumping around. So
yeah, we were.
So let's see. I asked you about lessons. If there any lessons you learned. We talked about new artists, so taking a chance with an artist you're unfamiliar with, and the feedback from the community and support. So that would be great. I asked about advice. We touched on building relationships with artists. We touched on your favorite artists, so you get from the same artist repeatedly.
Yeah.
How has and we kind of touched on this, but how do you feel social media is changing collecting for artists and the collectors?
So I think it's benefiting both, right? It puts you in direct channel to them, but understand if they want you to work through .com or something like that, or a specific POC to get in touch with them, be wary that they're getting a lot of commission requests and or official work requests. A good person for that, like Suspiria, right? Like I've been on her backlog for a long time. But she gets it. She doesn't just do comic art or anything like that. She gets pinged for a lot of like movie poster art, huge pieces, all these things, and she does a ton of cons, right? So her time is absorbed, and so she would reference you to the partnership that she has within like a representative. So reached out to them through email, and it took a little bit of time, but it's well worth the wait, in my opinion, because now I'm on her list and she's working on the piece. So super thrilled about that.
Yeah.
The other thing too is, again, you build these relationships and these rapport with the artists it's pretty unique. I would probably say I message and talk to Pepe daily and Veronica daily, just to see if they need anything from me, how their commissions are going. Can I get a sneak peek? I do that a lot. I'm like, hey, Leo, let me see that. And they'll send me the preliminary stuff. And I'm like, damn, dude, like it just makes me that much more like thirsty to get my piece done or another commission. And then like work with Ash Gonzalez, like he's part of the community too, in my opinion, right? And then seeing him grow, and promote his stuff, right, just from a personal level, because you built these friendships and these rapports. It's just a cool experience, man. So it has its pros and then it has its cons, right? So that con, I kind of made an awareness where Meta just makes a change out of the blue and allows anybody to take what we're doing right now, this podcast, and they can use AI and mask themselves as Matt or me, Blake, and put stuff online. So there's little caveats to it where technology is advancing so fast, and it's kind of going in that dangerous realm and category of where can you differentiate reality from this with this AI. It's still to the point where you can kind of identify it with voicing. You can tell AI voicing, and then sometimes it still looks a little choppy, but it's getting better and better every year, and every year it's just that much more complex. So it's kind of scary, man. So at the same time,
it is scary. You sent me that video.
Yeah, dude.
That I did not approve.
Yeah, no, I didn't share it, but I thought it was pretty funny. But you saw that was just from my phone for 2 seconds, dude. So I took a picture of Matt's profile, and I put into it, say, "I love your mom." As like a little gag real quick.
It was scary. It like showed me saying it.
And it was like full animation. If you didn't know that this was AI, you'd be like, yo, Matt just yelled that at me. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy.
Like aggressive. I was like, I do not approve of this. What are you doing?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty funny. And I was like, I'm obviously not going to share that. But I was like, isn't this nuts? Like, so this was kind of the point I was making with, hey, man, turn these there's actually 3 tabs. There was 2 primary that I highlighted, and then there was one more. But Meta, who owns Instagram and all that, didn't tell anybody. It was found through the public user base, and they put out an SOS. And I didn't really see anything coming online at all. And I was like, hey man, I'll kind of put a quick little snippet on that. And they got so much backlash on it that they said they were turning it off, but the option to turn it off is still there. So I don't think they took any action.
Well,
I think they
you
just
shared that, and I turned that off on mine, and I shared what you shared. So I hope everyone saw that and was like, ooh, because you don't want anyone being able to, take what you put your time into, and whether it's a reel or anything, you don't want that to be repurposed by some lifeless, soulless machine.
Yeah, man. And we got a great advocate for like doing work, Still Motion, in the chat, right? Our buddy Still Motion still does that, as a hobby of his, and some sort of like small secondary resource for income. But he does that on his off time because that's what he enjoyed doing. And now people are using AI to kind of do the same kind of thing, but it's just not the same, man. We got to still keep that human element in it, and it's unfortunately transitioning to art and media too. So for cinematic media and just normal common media, where it's entering that dangerous that dangerous level of what's real, what's not, things like that. So
absolutely. And Still Motion will be a guest on Ramblings August 13th.
Heck yeah, brother. And he does some great work. I have a Still Motion card. I've highlighted it on my page. It was one he did regular Gwen. I saw it. I snagged it from him, man, bought it from him because I want to support the community. And he's put out a little PSC, like little sketch group of cards that he was putting up for sale. So check out his page. He's hopefully continuing down that path. And for that question earlier about like how do you differentiate that stuff with artists, where Armando had the 2 bad pieces, it's a little bit more, I can see where you would stress it a little bit more with an actual AP card or a card stock that you're very limited in supply on. Maybe venture to the PSC side of the house where the artist has a little bit more flexibility, because artists will do sometimes 2 pieces of an idea that you may have, and then they're like, hey, pick between these 2 pieces, which one do you like? I'll just sell the other one. It's not a big deal because it's on their PSC sketch stock, and it gives you a little bit more flex too. But if you're going with the card stock that you bought off of eBay for like $100 and you want it on that particular set because they were on that set and it just didn't match what your vision was, you're kind of bound a little bit more by that too.
Word, I like that. And you got a shout out. I just want to shout out Blake for all that he does to promote great artists and help collectors get connected with them. Thanks, Jason. Nice. Well said.
Appreciate that, Jason.
And Fire wants to see your rock collection.
Yeah, that's gone, dude. I think I chewed on all those when I was little, man. Yeah, dude.
Hermit wants to know why won't you hang out with him?
Yeah, man. Hey, dude. He moved away from me, man. Just abandoned me. He was kind of close. He moved close. He moved actually a little closer, I think. So he just needs to give me his new address, man. He's bobbing and weaving himself. He's hiding behind Chick-fil-A in their trash.
He's too busy with Chick-fil-A across the street.
Yeah, man. He's hiding out. You saw it. He didn't want to leave his car even in that last interview he did, man. He was sitting in the car right outside of the drive-thru.
Right out the he's like at you.
Yeah, man. I can't find him. He's sitting in his car, man.
That's funny. Love that.
No, so we have in the community, man, here in 757 area, which is the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, you got Jimmy, who's Hermit Style, runs his other podcast, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be picking that up soon. If not, I'm putting a little pressure on him.
Across the Marbleverse.
Yeah, man. And you had Noel, who goes by Stingray. He has his own podcast as well. He does a lot of original art stuff. He has some dude, he has some bonkers stuff, man. It's awesome. I love it. And talk about a person that goes outside the box of his character collecting. Watch his stuff, man. He has some crazy things. It's pretty funny. And then the Omega crew, Jason's not close to us, but Richard is, and Richard has a phenomenal collection. I don't know if he really posts it on Instagram and stuff like that, but he's the one that I told you that he collects Jean Grey primarily, Phoenix. And he has like that large Eureka piece, and he has other ones. And he just picked up, I can't remember the artist, man. He picked up this beautiful oil. I think it was at North Carolina at the HeroCon. And man, that piece is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous piece, man. Jason might know, because Jason that just popped in, I think he knows who the artist was with that, because I think Jason went down to Heroes Con with him.
Oh, that's fun.
But we have a good group down here. So when you, Matt, make it down to Heroes Con, because I know that was on your docket. Yeah, right there. Addy, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that piece has been freaking awesome. And I didn't know he got it. After, like, because Addy had it on his page and he was posting it, like the progression pics. And then he was like, yeah, I picked this up. I was like, damn.
I was trying to do a heart and it was like a circle, but there you go, Jimmy. We love you. All love Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Straight disrespect, Jimmy. Nah, man. We love Jimmy, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Armando said it's from a sketchbook, plus artist was busy with deadlines, which I had no time waiting on. So I don't think they were fully invested in completing. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough, man. So, I mean, that comes down to the artist. Okay, I would give this to, okay, so if you're a new aspiring artist, man, understand your workload and what we're collectors here, but we've run into these situations, right? That he's kind of showing off here. So just understand your workload. If you're starting out, everybody wants to take on a bunch of projects at once, but if it's overwhelming you as an artist, it's going to diminish your work quality. So understand if you need to push your projects to the right or push people off to the right. Say, hey, look, I know I gave you this original deadline. And you as a collector need to understand, man, if an actual piece comes through from Marvel, DC, they want anybody, heavy metal comics, something like that pops up for your artist that you're collecting. And they're like, hey man, I actually got an offer to do a couple pages of OA for heavy metal comics or a cover piece for Marvel. That's going to take precedence over your commission. Understand that flex too as a collector. Like, okay, I'm going to have to flex to the right a little bit. Cool. I understand it. This is their profession for the most part. These higher tier artists too. My commission piece is a request, right? So, but the artist needs to relay that to you. So that all falls back to effective communication and work balance for what they're putting up. So if you as an aspiring artist, because you're trying to tackle all this work, don't diminish your work quality because you want to take on a bunch of stuff. Work within your means, right? The whole living within your means as a collector, work within your means as an aspiring artist, because I've actually seen that where your work quality diminishes and it actually is not a good reflection of your work. Whereas where you could take on those reasonable deadlines, right? Some people are like, I need this thing tomorrow. And then you put out a piece and you're like, that's not the best work that I've seen from you, but that's going to be what everybody sees. You don't really want that either. So understand those limitations as an aspiring artist. That's just a recommendation I would give out.
Yeah, that was great. Great additional advice there.
Yeah. Because man, there's nothing I hate seeing more when I see an artist where I've seen their potential, man, and they rush something out and you're like, damn, dude, that's not, I know they can do way better than that. And you actually do see it sometimes in the sketch card community, man, where because Topps or Upper Deck wants 50 pieces by a month and a half, these artists are just grinding out pieces, but then you see their commission pieces or their PSEs, or back when they were given APs and all that, their APs blew them out of the water. So it's almost, hopefully somebody from Topps or Upper Deck are watching, give these artists a little bit more leniency and time limits, man. Give them a little bit more time to complete pieces for you, because it's going to give you a better product for the collector.
Yeah, I totally agree. With that. The better quality.
Yeah, for sure. Better prices too. They don't really pay the artist well. They don't.
That is unfortunately the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is that's why they got to do 50 sketch cards in 5 days or 7 days, so they get some kind of adequate additional funds.
Yeah.
Which sometimes may just pay for their materials they have to have.
Yeah, man. I've heard some rates. I've heard some rates. especially for the newer artists coming on the sets because their name isn't known. I've seen it, man, where they're getting $15 a card, man. And you're like $15.
I've even heard slightly lower. Yeah.
And
Which
you're like, and that's supposed to be the one of one pop.
But...
Yeah, man, and that's the one of one pop chase card in a case. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then it'll sell for $350.
Yep.
Or more. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I feel bad.
Yeah, but you as a company are saying you could pull a sketch card 1 out of 3 cases. Okay, if it's that big of a hit, how come you're giving the artist $15? $20.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Like come on, man. It needs to be a reasonable fee.
It should be. It should be, especially, or base it on quality. I don't know. That way maybe you get better. That's a tough juggle right there, but there should be more money. It should be adequate for the artists. I mean, some of them are putting in a lot of work into these pieces, and they're grinding them out because deadlines get shifted up, or they're not getting pushed back. From what I hear, it's pushed up. So it's like, they expect
crazy, man.
X amount of time, and now all of a sudden it's like, I need these, and you need to ship these in 2 weeks, and it's like, what? That's one of the things I have issues with, getting artists to be able to come on to sketch live, because they're like, my deadline, I have to do this, I have this, I got that, and it's like, I feel bad, let me know when you're free and then you can come on the show. And it's like, so it's I hear it out there. It's like, it's difficult for them. So
I recommend
good.
I recommend to these artists too, man. If you're aspiring or you're even semi-established, create your own PSE stock. It's out there. The initial bite is a little expensive, but the return for investment with the promotion of your own card, but with your name, your contact info on the back, all that stuff, it goes a long way, as opposed to getting a piece that's blank on the back. An artist that, to me, Coco Alters, if you've ever heard of Coco Alters, overseas artist. I own a piece from him that is super sick. It's a Gwen and Gwenum on the card, and then their faces are in the back. I've shown it on my page. On the back, nothing, because they did it on a standard piece and they cut it to size after they did the art and everything. But if I were to sell that card and it just went to some other collector, you wouldn't know it was their work, at all. You'd have to try to research it, run it through, take a picture of it, and try to run it through, Google search to see if you can pull the artist name, as opposed to if you got your own PSC stock for you. There's plenty of people out here that have it. You'd be able to flip it right over, and all your contact information is right there on the back for them. So, highly recommend that.
Iconics is a great company.
Yeah,
to get your stock from. I mean, there's plenty of other companies, but I've personally dealt with Iconics on multiple occasions now. I just reordered new stock for Sketch Live, because I ran out. Well, I'm running out, and I didn't even realize there was a duplicate word on the back of the card. It did and. I had no idea when I sent it for printing. Dre was the one who pointed it out. He goes, hey, it says and. And I go, what? And I look on the back, and I was like, it slipped past me, it's like, did 5 or 6 sketch lives now, and so now I got new cards, and they should be here next week. So shout out Karen at Iconics. Great work.
Hell yeah, man. You're like, I get 1,000 of those, and you're like,
yeah. So new ones coming in. Hopefully, they're to the right size. They're cut right and smooth edges. So but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and to go that route, since APs are gone and all that are gone essentially for now on. This is your opportunity to change that collector aspect of commissions, right? So that's not a thing anymore. Capitalize on it and create your own PSC stock. And I think it goes a long way because if I pick this up and there's nothing on the back, I can't read the signature. How am I going to get in contact with this artist if I really love their work?
Yeah,
it's good self-promotion, man.
Gotta promote.
Yep.
Love it. All right. So let's see how many people we have in the Givey. We got 10 entries. We got 13 people watching. So we got 10 entries, 13 people watching. It's pound Matt loves moms. Just get me in trouble.
I love it.
All right, and I'll give that another minute. All right, awesome. Yeah, bro. So do you have like a current like holy grail commission that you want to get?
Yeah, I do. Well, as of right now, because sorry, I'm getting a pen out so I can write the name down as soon as it pops. The big one I really want is Eureka, right? Like I really do want a piece from her. She's in my personal collection with what I have. I have 3 sketch cards by her, but I would really love a larger piece. And that's just on a personal level because again, the relationship you build with the artist, all those things, and it was on the docket for me to obtain, and I really would like that prior to the health concern. So if I can get that, to me, that would be awesome. Again, there's always the chase. I would love a Simone. I would love a Julie Bell. I would love those things. So I think when I eventually do get to that point where I get those, like the Ash piece and stuff like that. Again, it's a relationship with Ash Gonzalez. Me and him, we hit each other up all the time online and things like that. That goes more along the further for me. Those relationships and those rapports with the artists that I've made, owning a piece from them, it's a friendship thing, dude. Like I'm not just a fan of their work now. I've literally become friends with these people, and that means more. Tim, right? Tim. I'm going to eventually get a piece from Tim. Maybe he'll be my first DC character. We'll see.
Snap.
Yeah. So if I go that route, hell yeah, man. Tim Colon. As soon as I get a piece from him, Cologne or is it Colon? Tim, which one is it? I think it's Cologne.
I think it's Colin.
Is it Colin? Yeah, it's not Colin,
I think it's
right?
Colin.
Yeah.
Maybe Colin.
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
C-O-L.
I'm just teasing.
C-O-L-O-N.
He's made it a point. He said it before on there. It's not Colin. So that's why I was kind of saying that. Yeah, man. So Tim, remember, man, he was part of the community, worked his way up, worked with artists, and now he's part of freaking DC sets, man. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Donnie's the next one, right? You're gonna get Donnie on the next one. I have 2 Donnie pieces.
There you go. Like Cologne. You said it.
Yeah.
Like Cologne.
Yeah, man. It ain't Colin Blow. Colin Blow. It ain't none of that.
Colin Blow.
But see, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like we have this friendship. We joke around. Tim's part of the community, man. Can't wait to get a piece from Tim. It's just awesome, Matt Fuller's goat. I think I was putting biddings on that goat during y'all's thing, dude. Like it's just
above the floor.
Yeah, man. It's just like things like that, dude. Yeah, Jimmy's yelling out on the side, bidding for stuff too, man. It's just a good time. So that community base, if I can get a piece from you in the community and it just adds to my collection, dude, that goes a long way for me personally. So
that's funny.
Yeah, man. Yo, yours was what was yours again? You drew something.
The frog with the wizard hat.
Yeah. That's what it was.
PJ has it.
But see, dude, that's awesome, man. I love that stuff, man. Yeah. So that's the part.
Entries. Let me share this screen real quick. Yeah, that'd be dope, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
And to have a gag piece is fun, but I mean, when they're legitimate artists too, and they work their way up, man, it's just so it's just that much better, man.
Yeah, man. I'm enjoying gag pieces.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, so we're gonna run this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Lost.
There you go, Lost. Hell yeah, man.
Congrats.
Yeah, Lost. Just IM me on Instagram, man, and give me your info, and I'll mail it to you.
Very cool, man. Congratulations. It's a fun piece.
Yeah,
And
I
thank you
have
for
one
doing that. That's
piece.
very kind of you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I still have one piece to send out from MentalCon. I'm trying to shift through the 400 hours of video to find it's the Hulk Pepe poster piece. I think I found the person that did it, and we've communicated a little bit, but I got to verify that.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't even realize he won it, and then we're both trying to verify it's him. So that's the last piece I got to send out, but I'll get this out. I have to make a shipment for something else tomorrow, so I'll get this out ASAP if you shoot me your stuff, man.
There you go. That's very, very kind of you. And congratulations. Yeah. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
I like that a lot. That was very cool. Well, Blake, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's always great talking with another collector who truly appreciates the stories behind original artwork. Hopefully, today's conversation inspires more collectors, support artists, and experience the excitement of owning one-of-a-kind pieces. Original art is amazing. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell us your favorite original piece or your dream commission. We'd love to hear it in the comments. And my friends, keep collecting, keep creating, and as always, my friends, ramble on.
Thanks again, Matt.
Thanks, brother. Good night, all.